And welcome to Bummash, and today we're talking about Splitgate 2 controversy, and my opinion on it. And if you like my opinion, wherever you are on, whether it be YouTube or whatever platform you're listening on, please like, subscribe. That really help. Anyways, thank you if you do. Anyways, let's get into this controversy because it's a freaking doozy. So Splitgate 2 developer Ian Ian Prolix went on stage with a beige hat or black hat saying make FPS great again. And a lot of the terminally online people took offense to it because it's essentially, a take on making America great again, which was Trump's catchphrase, and anything Trump do, a lot of people just and it's like a tornado. Anyways, so that's what they do. But here's the issue. Objectively speaking, I'll be honest, he's right. FPS need to be better again. It's a genre that needs a lot of love right now. Because only FPSs we got are Call of Duty, Marvel Rivals, and other hero shooter types. And of course, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Siege, which I don't know about that one because I really haven't played it. But if you played it and you like it, leave a comment. So the issue is that I agree with it on the same because the FPS genre is sort of being dominated by live service games. Even Splitgate is live service game itself. And it's like there used to be so many rich varieties back in the day of FPSs that we really missed. Like we used to be the 007 game and all that. And I think it, like I said, it's dominated by live service titles. And the issue is that genre needs some love by someone. Because I think there's a lot of FPS games out there, that could be story wise, but those sort of fail too. Because you got Borderlands 3, which I haven't played, but I heard it was bad. I played Tiny Tina's Wonderland a bit. It's pretty good. It's just it feels like it lacks a lot of execution. But one of my favorite quests is the Revolution quest Goblin, where essentially, and this is maybe my take on it, but it feels like it's sort of one of those people that want everyone else to do the work with the Revolution and not you, not the person that wants Revolution. But regardless, I found that quest humorous, but that was sort of my interpretation of it. So yeah. And I think most of the FPS games are going to be released now. I know there's a new Borderlands, but it's like every year there's a new Call of Duty, which oversaturates the market for FPS. There used to be Battlefront, but EA screwed that up. So face value, I think he's right. But the problem is he went in straight in the Summer Game Fest like, ooh, I'm going to wear this hat. I'm going to be edgy. I'm going to be the best bitch ever because all the gamers are going to be on my side. Or at least that's my interpretation of it, because the best marketing stunt ever wearing this freaking hat. And again, this is my interpretation of the events, like I said. I feel like it's a marketing stunt backfired. Really bad. Because he got pushback from people who aren't gamers and are terminally online. And I'll be honest, people who, if they do game, they would play more cozy games, which, again, I don't have a problem with it. But if your game is an FPS and you're getting attacked by people who play cozy games, maybe it's something you should just shrug off and be like, maybe this isn't the thing. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. But he did, and he made a whole apology video on Twitter saying that he was sorry for the hat and stuff. And it's like, bro, really? I understand in general you should apologize to these types of people, but first off, he went in, strutting his stuff he was a badass. And the moment he got to him, he folded. Like, I understand, like, and I guess sometimes, especially when it comes to online content, you do, in a sense, piss someone off unintentionally. Like, I know many content creators like Cuttlefish, they just spoke their mind and they just, get people that are pissed off at them, and what happens. But I think when you're going into the Thunderdome, so to speak, and you can't handle it, then that's your problem. And I'll be honest, I was actually gonna try Splitgate because he did that, but because originally he went in at first, and it was because he went with because like I said, I believe it's true that we need better FPS games, even though I'm not like a big FPS person, but I do believe that's true. It's just at the end of the day, and this is where it gets worse, that he had essentially price. This is from Hypnotic, but he had to reduce the price of the game by half because he not just pissed off the freaking Terminal Online weirdos, he pissed off gamers. Like, he folded. And to me, he seems like, and I really don't know him personally, but this is just the vibe I'm getting from this incident. That he seems like one of those people that talks tough, but when times come, he's ready to run with the tail between his legs. Like, it's just my vibe of this whole situation. And I think most gamers are like tired of these people. I mean, this is also why again Grumps was so popular, and so was Karubis. He emboldened them two emboldened gamers in a sense, because Karubis had a sweet baby detective list, and Grumps was essentially one at spearhead Gamergate 2, along with Karubis. Karubis was unintentional. I think Grumps was more intentional in the spearhead. Because when Karubis made the list, the sweet baby people went after him. And I'm like, oh my god! And instead of leaving it alone, which I think, in my opinion, they should just left it alone, they try to push hard for his list to be banned. And I think, like I said, I think with both Grums and Krubis, they both represent the sort of wider opinion of gamers, where essentially they're just done with this modern games. I mean, there's a reason why many of these games like Assassin's Creed, Dustborn, probably Reloaded 2 are gonna fail at the end of the day. And in general, like not even just gamers, most people are watching older media or West or Eastern media too. Like they aren't watching the Western stuff. Like there's very few things that stuff that people are watching. I mean, only new thing that I'm watching is WWE and the new Reba show, Happy Place. But Reba writes some pretty good stuff. Or at least the stuff Reba's in is usually pretty good. But you get what I mean? It's like a lot of people I think are just going back to the old stuff, and that's why I think Tube at the end of the day, other than Tubi TV is free, it has a leg up because it has a lot of the older shows, that people want. I should say that at the end of the day. And I think this guy didn't get them. Like, I think he only got half the memo. And since he turned tail, I think a lot of people annoyed him. And I think this is what Artur said on Twitter, and he said the best. Let's bring it up. This is Artur, who does Dev for Solash 2, who's a Dev for Solash 2. If you follow him on Twitter, if not, then I'd strongly give him a follow. But this is what he said. This is what course is said as response to Splitgate CEO's apology. This is what you can't do as a leader. If you can't stand up for yourself with something as insignificant as a meme hat and fold under pressure, you showed all your employees and business partners that you are weak and unreliable. You know what? I agree. He shows that he's weak and unreliable, especially if you're going in kicking the can on purpose. You're definitely weak and unreliable. Anyone he's responsible for under his leadership or any partners gets in trouble over nothing, this guy will join a mob of spoiled brats and apply pressure by cutting ties like many of my old friends did. Agreed 100%. He's I agree 100%. And then that happened to me. I I had many old college friends, just cut ties and not talk to me too, because it happens. But also at the same time, if those people are gonna cut ties with you, something like insignificant as politics, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, I agree you should pay attention, but you shouldn't make your whole idea, like your whole self. Like you should pay attention to what's going on. Also, here's the thing: politics and political parties change, by the daily, sort of ever changing. That's just the way it is. It's part of human nature. We're ever changing beings. And the same with the political party. So I feel like if someone is going to cut you off over that, it's like, especially over your political views, um, it's like, okay, then I guess the trash took out itself. No. And plus, you better know if having people, like you say, you better not having people around because they they will flip on you on a dime, no matter what. They're not the people you want to be around. And plus, his thing also is that we're, you know, we're humans, and everyone has different political beliefs. And not everyone is super progressive or super Republican. I mean, there is a lot of people in the minority. I think most people are like in the middle, and that's sort of what I believe. But but you can't expect everyone to believe accept every single political thought that you believe. That's just impossible. And I think, especially when it comes to working environments, you are definitely going to work with people who have polar opposite political opinions. They may not like directly express it, but they do have polar opposite opinions. That's just it. And it's the thing that many of these colleges do that's wrong is essentially insulate the kids from other opinions. I'm not saying that to go shove it in their face, but they should realize and teach them, hey, look, other people exist that have, different political opinions because you're not preparing them for real life. Because a coworker, a customer, any like anyone may have some sort of difference, even if it's small, in politics. Anyways, I got off. And it says, you lose your job under him if anyone knows you vote right wing. That I agree with. He's probably the type that would just make a grandstand. He'd kick your ass out. You will lose a partnership if you participate in public discourse saying something a radical moron living in a bubble thinks is inappropriate. Zero respect for people like him. They continue to make times hard for everyone. I agree 100% with Artur. He said it correctly. I do believe he's one of those types that essentially talks a big game, but when it comes, he is a wimp. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you gonna play Splitgate 2? Because I installed it from my laptop. I'm like, nope, I ain't playing it. I got other games. Going on. Anyways, if you made this far through my whole rants and spiels and everything, like, subscribe, comment. Happy gaming. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.